Yo, what's up? We're
Yo,
back. Clark Brothers back at you again with another breakdown
yes, sir.
and reaction. Today we're gonna be reacting to season 4 official trailer for
Raising
Power.
Kanan.
Power Book 3, Raising Canaan.
They
The
back.
best Power show in my opinion. Definitely the
Yep,
best Power
mine too.
spinoff show since
Best
the
spinoff show.
original. Uh, so we will react to the trailer, and then at the end, we'll do some commentary and break it down for you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your friends. So let's get it on.
Kanan. And how people see you now is how they're gonna see you forever.
Now you want people to see you, Kanan.
I want them to see me as me, not who my mother is.
You gotta be
And
real
we'll-
careful, Kanan. They get to where they are without dropping a whole lot of bodies behind.
All right, so
Oh, like how you
it
got to
looks
where you are?
like. Oh, stop it! It looks like he is judging from the looks of this trailer right away. It looks like he's working with Snaps and Pop because if I'm not mistaken, at the end of the last season, remember Rock came to Snaps and Pops and was like, "I don't want you working with my son," and she kind of like made it clear she didn't want them working with Kanan. But it looks as though now that back in this new season that Kanan is going to be working with Snaps and Pop. And I'm gonna assume that Rock still has the. Remember, she was working the Chinese restaurants, so I'm gonna assume that Rock still. Because remember, she got back in the business at the end of last season. She's working the Chinese restaurants. I'm gonna assume the spots that Unique was the spots that Unique had. Now that he's not here no more, remember she came. That's why she came back and took over the spot for Unique. But now it's gonna be
Mhm.
interesting to see once he comes back. So that's what I took out of that real quick. Did you see the same thing?
Well, yeah, he's definitely working with them. They're probably like the only plug he could find at the moment, and they're gonna. I mean, at the end of the day, they're not really afraid of Rock. So,
Right.
and who knows, maybe they have a little bit of an understanding at this point because remember, he pretty much saved Rock by killing Ronnie,
Right.
and so maybe they have an understanding, and what have you. But you haven't seen anything yet in this trailer that indicates that she's against him working for. I think it seems like she might be. Maybe she's accepted it. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Let's bring it back a little bit.
Oh, without dropping a whole lot of bodies behind.
Okay,
Oh,
let's
like how you
bring it back.
is.
She's
You
talking
gotta
to
be real
him.
careful, Kanan. They get to where they are without dropping a whole lot of bodies behind.
Oh, like how you got to where you are? I work with your mother, kid, not you.
It seems like those of us in business with you are now being attacked.
Yeah, so that right there. I work with your mother, kid, not you. He was probably trying to find plugs, and then ended up going back with pops and
Right.
snaps because
Because probably came to Stefano
yeah.
after, because remember, they got some sort of loan from Stefano, right? With the whole thing with Ronnie. And then they came back with Ronnie's money. So they probably gave that to Stefano. She probably gave back his money double or what have you, because I believe she got some sort of loan or something from Stefano,
She
and he helped
definitely
set
did.
up that whole thing with Ronnie,
Yeah,
right? Because that was his place that they were using, I believe.
yeah.
So he probably was like, "Yeah, we made good on this such and such." So he thinking now, just because he made good on that, I'm gonna go here and try to get a plug from either work with him on instead of his mom, or work try to cut a side deal with him so his mother
Hmm.
don't know, or asking him for plugs. And then he said, I work for your mother, cause not you. And he probably said, well, then I'm gonna go back to Snap and Pop.
Yep.
It's one thing not to be able to trust my son. I can almost live with that. But I have to be able to trust my business partners.
So they're gonna be working together.
Yeah, well, that's what she's saying. So she's accepted that Kanan is in the streets. She
Right.
pretty much said, "I could accept that. I am not going to trust you, but I
But
need to
but
be able
what
to trust
but
my
what I mean
partner."
is by her saying, but I have to be able to trust my business partners. So she's probably working with Kanan. He's probably her business partner. Cause I think that's what she said. Um, I know I'm not gonna be able to trust my son. I can almost live with that, but I'll have to be able to trust my business partners. So I believe that he's probably now working with Rock as a
Mm.
partner. He probably said, I'm not gonna work for you though. They might be go in as partners. That's what I would take because why would he be talking to Kanan about being able to trust her business partners unless
Is that Kanan who she's talking to?
yeah, I was Kanan. He was talking to. She said, "My son." I've been talking to my business partners and running it back. I think she was talking to Kanan.
Trust my son. I can almost live with that. But I have to be able to trust my business partners.
But then again, Power. She may have been talking to somebody else. She may
Well, I
have
mean, it
even
might have been him because he had on a fatigue and a hoodie. It looks like so that's probably him.
right.
That's probably Kanan. 'Cause he got fatigue on there. I didn't see him. Yeah, he's got the fatigue on right there. Yeah, that is him.
Right.
Because it's the
So
same thing, thing he has on.
so what he's probably done is went into business with her in some way. Probably said, "I'm not going to be working for you though." That sounds like something he would say. I'll work with you as a partner, and that's why she said, "I can't if I can't trust my son, but you're also
Hmm.
my business partner, so I got to be able to trust my
Yeah,
business partner." And then the next scene was a whole bunch of money, and he looked like he should a whole bunch of money that looks like did not belong to him. So he might be stealing it from his mother. You can
maybe.
go back to that.
Almost live with that. But I have to be able to trust my business partners. What we do, it's all about who you know.
Just think I'm dead. I ain't never been more alive. I want to make some real loot. Get me some information. Go home, kid. Thank your lucky stars you got a mother who loves you. If you want people to see you as you gotta let them know who you are. Famous last words.
Mm. Boy, I tell you, this looks like it's got a lot of action, and this looks like it might be the most killing, the most bodies getting dropped off out of
Hmm.
all of them. And there was a scene there when it looks
This
like
is
Rock was
Kanan
crying. We're gonna
crying.
get back and break that down.
Let's
It
see.
that looks he looks like he's crying. He's not laughing.
Nah,
Power. You think maybe she's crying and he's laughing, or is he crying as
nah, he
well
don't look like he laughing. He's crying. He look like
in pain?
he
That
in
looks like
pain.
if Rock is crying, it's a death.
Yeah.
If Rock is crying, it's a death. But the question is, whose death? Who can make Rock cry like that? Her brothers.
Or
Um,
Kanan. You know Kanan doesn't die. We know
right.
that.
It's not Canaan. So her brothers. A lot of people were saying, oh, they believe um this year her mother's gonna die. She's not that close with her mom. I don't think she'd be crying for her mother like that.
No.
Um, so even if her mother, I don't think she's crying like that over her
A
mother.
mother.
And this is season 4. It's about time that some Thomases get dropped off or go to
Mm,
jail. So let's break down the trailer and what y'all just saw, right? So if you can go back to the beginning and we can just go frame
yeah.
by frame or whatever. It looks as though like Snap and Pop is going to be playing a big part in this season. So I'm going to assume that Snap and Pop. I saw them in the trailer about 4 or 5 times. Looks like
Yeah.
Snap and Pop is you know, he's saying, how do you want people to look at you? How do you want to be defined? So that he's gonna probably be, he probably took over for Ronnie.
Probably
He probably took over
because
for Ronnie.
they need somebody to
Right,
do it, and he probably gonna end up like I said. They probably are gonna try to work together at first, and then it ain't gonna work out. And he's gonna either cut a side deal with them, or he's just gonna decide to walk away from Rock altogether and go with them.
right,
Because Rock's plug is Stefano. So that's probably why Stefano, like we said earlier, why he sent them home, because he probably went there like, yo, I'm partners with my mother. I'm partners with my mother. And he probably went there to maybe
exactly.
get some product or something, and Stefano will be like, I work with your mother. I don't work
Mother,
with
not,
you.
yeah, not with you. Right,
Yeah. So we got that. So that's him just talking this pops and snaps. And yeah, so all of that stuff about him, man, I ain't trying to. There they go again. They're gonna come back to them at the table, and she's
right,
over there. Yeah, they're probably at that point. That's when they're recruiting him to go ahead and work for them,
right,
or they'll be his plug. You know,
right.
she
So
he talking about he see her greasing the cops.
right. So that right there, I believe he's gonna be like, wait a minute, you paying off cops? What you doing working with cops? He probably don't know nothing about that, right? And that's,
Hmm.
but he probably did not know that she is now. Remember, she was against that. She was like, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
but
be.
those are them
I'm not.
cops that was aren't those same cops that was
Those are the
shaking her
same
down?
guys.
They was
Those are the,
shaking her down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the same guys. But remember, she was saying, I ain't. They not shaking me down. But now, because she wants this place ran. If you want the place ran smoothly, you gotta have some cops on your payroll.
Hmm.
So she gonna be greasing these cops, so they don't mess with her. They don't mess with
Yeah.
the cops. So I can see
Yeah.
that.
Definitely. And Kanan, of course, don't like that.
Yeah, Kane is looking like what cops?
Now here's Marvin killing somebody. It's just probably
Right.
some random kill.
And so Marvin is got his killing someone. Now we're trying to think back and think of who Marvin would have or would who be after Marvin. Um, well, we know that Marvin killed Sal Pacelli. That eventually he's got to answer to that. He killed a wise guy.
Hmm.
He killed
Yeah,
a
made
kingpin.
man. Yeah, made
Yeah, a
man.
made man. Sal Boselli. He killed a made man. So
Yeah.
that's gonna somehow
Yeah, I mean
come
that's
back on
probably
Marvin,
gonna come back. The Italians are eventually gonna get him.
right? Because
They're gonna
somebody
get
got to
him.
take over for Sal Boselli. You know what I mean? So we'll see if that is who that is. Whether that has something to do with the Italians coming back at Marvin,
Yeah,
or could probably be somebody else. Now here they're walking together. I
that's
think
when
this
she's
what
basically
yeah,
trying to tell him. That's when she's trying to spit game to him, telling him,
right.
be careful out there, blah blah blah.
Because they didn't get to
Yeah,
where they were without having bodies dropped off.
yeah.
And Kanan now is at the point where he's so up on Rock's game, he don't believe nothing she says no more. Oh, you mean like the way you got to where you were? So
Hmm.
it's always Rock trying to act like, you know, this person's so dangerous because they did this. But you just as dangerous because you drop just as many bodies or more as they drop.
Hmm.
So don't try to, tell me about them. I ain't gotta watch out for them no more than I gotta watch out for you. You just as dangerous as them. So
Yeah. You
that
saw how
that's
she
probably what you want to
you
tell them
saw how
right there,
she killed his father without blinking.
right? And that is probably still another thing that they're going to be discussing. He's going to be like, "You killed my father," and that so that you lied about that whole situation. So
Yeah.
he's
I
still,
don't know.
I think he's still going to be a little tight about that.
I'm not sure who this is. This might be a
Um,
new character. I don't remember seeing him.
is that is that the dude that's working with her in Maryland? Trayvon or remember the dude that she got from the old from the old guy? Never that. The one I was trying to smash,
He was terrible.
and then
Yeah,
she got dudes working with her in Baltimore. That looks like him.
maybe.
Um, he was the Spanish looking dude.
Hmm.
Um, that was working for her. That she came and then they started working for her. They were working for the tall dude before the black dude. Then she took him out. I think his name's Trayvon, and they're in DC. Him and the other guys in DC or whatever. So that looks like him.
Maybe. I'm
So
trying to look him up now and see.
yeah, that looks like him. And I'm thinking possibly, maybe that's who Marvin was taking out. Who knows? Marvin may have been taking him out.
Right. It looked like they jumping somebody. It looked like he's stomping on somebody.
Right.
They look like they look. That's a stomping pose right there. It look like he kicking somebody.
Taking somebody. Right. So that they
So
may have
maybe they
jumped.
were jumping. That's not Marvin back there, is it?
They
Maybe
may
that
have
is.
jumping Marvin or jumping Lulu or somebody, and then Marvin came in. Because that
Mm.
looks like we have to go back and see the scene whether they look like they're in the same place. But
Yeah, that was the same place Marvin was standing when he shot whoever. But is that Marvin back there? That looks
mm,
like his. That looks like his haircut. So maybe whoever they doing there.
whoever they jumped, yeah, we
Was
have to go
he?
back to Marvin shooting because that dude looked like he got on white.
Oh, look at this though. Look, Marv looked like he shot him from behind. So maybe that's what happened.
Right.
Okay,
Maybe after they
okay. So
killed
he
this
was standing
person,
there.
then maybe he
So
killed Trayvon.
if that's
Right.
Trayvon, either that or he's just a, maybe he wasn't. They wasn't jumping nobody. Maybe it just.
Her body's behind.
Oh yeah, he hit him. But yeah, that was that. Marvin came from behind him and hit him. And then he fell.
Oh, like how
Mm.
That's what happened. And then Marvin
you
probably
got the
shot
way
him.
you are?
Yeah, he hit him from behind, and then Marvin. Then he shot him and
Okay.
executed him.
Right.
So Tony Danza looks a mess. I'm sorry. His face looks a wreck. That
so
guy is.
so he's talking to Kanan. Looks like Kanan asked him probably either for a plug or can you be his plug? Can you cut a side deal with him? And that's when he said, "I work for your mother, kid. I work with your mother, kid, not for you,
Yeah.
or work with him, or
Or
not
or
with
he
you."
right. Or he might have just came there and tried to do whatever business that her mother does with him because they supposed to be partners. And he just doesn't respect their partnership. That's probably why he said, "I work with your mother and not you."
Right.
You know what I mean? He probably came there and was like, "Yeah, so I'm here to pick up the shipment or whatever. I'm here to pick up
Right.
this stuff." And he
Or order the
probably,
shipment, or to or order this, or get this, or get whatever. Or I work with your mother. He probably say whatever your mother got worked out with you. That's between you two. But I don't work with you.
yeah. So
Now this somebody's looking out at
is that Marvin's car? Whose
a
car
car.
is that?
That's Marvin's car in it. And now
That
just the
might be
same,
one of them Italians looking
like
at Marvin's
yeah, because
car.
that looks like a white dude watching Marvin's car. Hmm.
Right. There's the Asians that she works with, I guess, or
Right.
she's
Yeah, yeah. That's
the
the guy
Chinese
that
people.
with the building or whatever.
Chinese food or whatever.
Yeah, they look like they're
Mhm.
upset now. Who's this with
Can't
a
tell who it
gun?
is. They got a mask on, but this might just be some sort of not random shootout, but it looked like you shoot. I remember when it was in fast motion, it looked like I was like, that Kanan that they shot couldn't have been Kanan.
Right.
And who
Or
knows? I
or
mean,
it could
Kanan.
be it could be remember they're getting their stuff destroyed.
Oh,
It
that's
might
somebody.
be people that's working with Unique now, um, coming to destroy the Chinese spots because it looks as though that Unique or Breeze or whoever he is going to be destroying the Thomas's stuff. But go to the next frame. That's what that looks like. That might be. A lot of times you can tell who it is by the next frame because then they usually show who it is in the next frame. See,
Yeah,
that looks like a warehouse, and
yeah.
it looks like they coming to shoot up and mess up the warehouse. Now, I believe who's that? That's Kanan
Kanan
talking
and
to
Rock.
her, and then she was probably either following him or noticed that something. See, he did something that's why she said, "I got to be able to trust my business partners."
Yeah.
So she probably said, "I don't know what you've been doing," or what have you, or maybe he
Hmm.
came to question her about the cops, and she said, "Look, you sneaking around, you watching me, or what have you. I gotta be able to trust my business partners. I can't trust my son. I pretty much can accept that. I gotta be able to trust my business partners. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
had to be something like that. And then the next scene may even be in front of that scene because it looks as though like he found some money, and Rock is famous for hiding money. He may have found some money and took it. I mean, that
Yeah.
might be Stefano's money.
Could be.
That might be Stefano's money, and he took it.
Possibly.
I mean,
Might be trying to do it to try to get his own
his own
stash.
thing popping. See,
And this is
and then who was that?
that's on the Chinese. That might be when they show up and maybe their stuff is what's it
Yeah,
called?
because that's Pop. Maybe their stuff is all messed up, and they had said it looks as though there's somebody out uh, trying to hit everybody that you're working with. That, of course, is going to be unique, right?
I
Um,
think so.
Destroying that,
Um Now jukebox is walking with a cop. Or
right?
he probably walked up next to her.
Right. So what we're gonna probably, I'm gonna assume that is somebody coming to question her about Burke. Um,
Probably.
they're still snooping around about Burke,
Hmm.
and that's what he's probably coming to question her about. That's what I would think. A
Yeah.
cop coming along, and say, hey, Miss Thomas, and then what did you know? How well did you know Director Burke? And because remember, they're still looking into what what's her name's father told them,
Hmm.
Nicole's father. Now, did they whack Nicole's father? Did
Um,
Howard come and whack Nicole's father? Because remember, Nicole's father was the one saying, Detective Howard, you did they whack Nicole's father?
I don't remember seeing that.
Because
But,
he was running off at the mouth. Oh, that Detective Howard was looking around. Now there's another scene. Now this is Lulu. Is that Pop?
it looks like it could be her.
If that's
Because
not Pop,
why did they put that on her line when she said it's all about who you know? And why would they use that there? That looks
right,
like from the side that could be her.
right.
Um,
But then there's another girl. who's also going to be in this season, who's going to be a record executive. And you know, Lulu always sitting where he eat.
Yeah, so that's could it be too, because that is who you know. So
Right.
maybe he's sleeping with this record executive.
Another bit he ain't learned yet, huh?
Yeah,
And that woman is also brown skinned. Her and Pop,
yeah,
you know what I mean, kind of favor.
yeah. There's some exchanging of a gun.
Nova Gun here.
That looked like a female's hand.
Yeah, yeah. That could be somebody. Is that maybe that's Marvin giving Jukebox the gun?
Maybe jukebox wouldn't have nails like that though.
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
seem
right,
like it.
right.
Um, could be somebody. I don't know, but yeah,
Probably have to let that play to get some
the
to remind
female,
us.
and we already know this. This
Now
guy,
that's the dude. Isn't that Unique's guy? I think that's Unique's guy.
probably.
Um, a Unique's uncle or somebody. He's gonna probably that's who he's gonna probably be moving through. This is gonna probably be the only guy that knows that Unique's alive. So he's probably going to him because remember, I think that's the guy he's talking to when he said, "This B think I'm dead. I ain't never been more alive." You pulling a gun on him. So he's probably going to him saying, "You better help me, or else I'm a do you in." I mean, so
Yeah. All right. So let me go back here.
that's what
We
that
know
looks
you
like.
need. He's scared. Whoever it is,
Yeah, cause look at his face.
look at that guy's face.
Oh
I'd
my
be
God.
scared too. That looks like a hack job. Whoever, see, that's what I'm saying. He didn't get patched up at no hospital. Not looking like that.
Right.
Somebody pulled him back to their crib and
Yep.
probably had a doctor work on him
Right.
because
And that's
that
what
is
the
not the
mafia.
work
That's
of
what
a
the mafia.
hospital.
That's what the mafia people be doing.
Yeah,
If you
that.
remember, when they go and people find them and then bring them to their spot, and then they have their doctor come and work on them when they don't want people to know. It's
No,
kind of
yeah,
like with didn't Ghost do something like that with his lawyer? Had his lawyer send some doctor to work on Ghost. I think Ghost had got stabbed or shot or something, but he called Joe Proctor, and I believe Joe Proctor sent some sort of doctor or something to work on Ghost,
yeah. Well, you
if I
know,
remember correct.
Proctor
So
was dirty anyway, so
yeah, that that's
yeah.
what that's what that's what happened there.
This is what
Somebody
happened here.
found
That's
him.
why whoever found him, which we are assuming or guessing it could have been the Italians because he had a relationship with them,
Right.
and he didn't. They don't know if he had anything to do with what happened. The only problem is, like I said, because he did have something to do with what happened. It's like I think he gave them information or something.
Yeah, he
So
gave
he knew it
gave
was going to
something with
happen.
Marvin.
Yeah,
Something with the he
yeah. But
said
it was
he
also it
told
was for
Marvin
Rock.
that till you see that body, he ain't dead. So Marvin went and killed the son, I believe. Went and killed Sal Baselli's son.
Okay.
Um
No, he's
no,
well.
he the
He killed.
survivor. He wouldn't kill the survivor.
Yeah, he killed. The son got killed on that hit.
Yeah,
Remember?
by his own man.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then Marvin went and killed the guy who survived, that was in the hospital. He
yeah.
said, until you see that body, and so but Unique knew what was happening. That's probably why. So they're gonna probably be pull him back in, get him back helped up, and now they're gonna probably send him after Rock, or who knows if Unique has said and Joey Badass said in so many interviews that Unique is not gonna be the same Unique. So whoever picks him back up, you don't know what they done told him.
Yeah.
They may have told him, yeah, I hear that Raquel Thomas is now running your spots. So
So she
she
might have
probably
had
set you up.
Ronnie. Right. She might have had Ronnie if he remembers that
Right,
Ronnie did it. But he was
right,
there when they killed Ronnie, that's for sure. So we
right.
don't
So,
know if he we don't know what he knows. That's gonna be part of the fun of finding everything out because we
hmm
don't know what state of mind he's in. We don't know what he remembers. We
right.
don't know what
So
he was fed, what they told him. They
that
don't know.
somehow I believe that in them nurturing him back, I believe they sent him there to go after Rock and Kanan, and I believe it tried to make it seem as though he was following Ronnie, but he was probably following Rock and Kanan. And when they got there with the money and all that, probably said, "Oh, go! So this is the exchange for him taking me out." And that's what they're gonna probably tell him. So I believe that he's going to think that Rock set him up because she's now back in the business. When she told him she was out.
Yeah.
So that's what I think is gonna happen there.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. And he about to shoot somebody. Now this
And then
here,
they show her.
this almost makes me feel like Unique shows up because look at Rock's face. She looks almost scared. Like she looks very. That's not like she. Whoever she's looking at, she wasn't prepared to look at them. She looks
Right,
almost surprised. Look how she just standing there. Now either that's when she just got the news of whoever, whatever death that's gonna make her
right.
cry.
Because I
Yeah,
think if you go forward, I think that's the same outfit she got on when she got the
yeah,
tears coming down her eyes. You gotta see.
yeah. She probably got the news. That's. I think he's talking to jukebox there. Yeah,
And look at his face. So maybe now that is the playground, right? That's the
yeah,
playground. And they I believe they're going, he may have got the news of Famous's death.
yeah.
And they might be going back out to that playground. Remember, look remember something about them sneakers. Them dudes would used to write stuff on their sneakers or whatever. Now you remember,
Hmm.
Famous got to still answer for Freddie's death. So I believe that they're gonna either Famous got in prison or in
Hmm.
jail, or they found
Yeah.
some out, or they're coming to. It looks like Jukebox and him is out there to avenge somebody's death to get back at somebody on that playground.
Yeah. He definitely can. Man, there they go again. That's
So
that's about the fourth time we've seen them in this trail.
right,
They're gonna
snapping
be
pop.
all up
They're
in
gonna be
here.
big
They're gonna be
parts
all over.
of this
Yeah, they'll
trailer.
be
So
of this
there they are
season.
again walking together. They looking out. It looks as though they probably looking for Kanan to speak with him because things might be getting thick. Stuff looks like it's starting to get thick now.
Oh, jukebox got a gun in her
Jukebox
hand.
got a gun. I think this got to have something to do with Marvin. I believe it
Yeah,
has something to do with Marvin or you know,
yeah,
anything to maybe protect herself as far as the people coming back. I know she ain't gonna pull no gun on no cop, so it's probably people after Marvin. Maybe the Italians. Maybe the Italians after Marvin, and he told her he gave her a gun because she ain't got no gun. Gonna protect herself. It looks like
yeah.
Kanan.
But now
Looks like
this
he's
not.
was he in a bar?
Oh yeah.
Now does she have on the same thing?
Nah, it looked like because she got something white on in that shot. That
Okay,
other one, it looked like she just had on a black uh net V-neck thing.
right.
Her
Now
fine self.
Right now that other thing, that first one where she kind of looked surprised, it looked like she was kind of dressed up, like her face was made up, her hair was done. I don't know whether she was going to meet up with some. Look right there, she looked like she's going out.
Right, but I'm saying, but
Look,
it
her
looks
hair's
like
done, her face is
her
made up.
facial expression looks like she wasn't expecting what she's looking at. So I'm thinking either if she wasn't getting the news of a death, maybe Unique popped up on her or something,
Maybe, maybe
Because look
Nick
at her
probably maybe
face.
that could be the end of the season or whatever. Now,
Yeah,
I have to see if is confirmed, but somebody said that Symphony was going to make an appearance. Now I gotta
that
check
could
and
be
see.
that.
Now, is it possible that she would be crying? That she? What about them with their loose ends? Symphony is a loose end. He's
Mm,
still a loose end. Remember, he knows everything.
yeah.
But he left. She had a chance to offer him before, but she didn't. Now I don't know whether it pops back up. Maybe they visited him again or
Mm.
what have you. Is it possible that she was crying because had to kill Symphony?
I mean, if he supposedly comes back, it's possible, but I don't know. Well, I mean, she
I kind
definitely
of don't
got
want that to happen.
feelings.
I want Symphony to kind of be gone. He's not gonna snitch on Rock, obviously.
Yeah,
So we'll see.
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, see, she got some white on down here, so it looks like that's a different day
Yeah, she
or
probably
a
got a
different
coat
outfit.
on and something underneath the coat.
And they go
And plus,
from
her
that.
hair is coming down the front. She got a string hair
Yeah,
coming down the front of her face, so that's a different scene. Now,
different
is that
thing. Yeah.
unique out in the street? I'm not sure.
No, that looks like a white guy. It might be a
Probably a
cop
cop
or
or
something.
either a cop watching or an Italian.
And then there's Kanan looking like he's in pain. So somebody,
Now, did he get shot and he's
no,
back and his head in pain, or did he
no,
find out some news?
I think he found out some bad news. That's what I think. I think he found out some bad news. And then that, you see, like this here, who is this?
Hmm.
This is in some house.
Is that unique?
Might be unique. I'm not sure. And then some, who's that running?
Look like Juke.
Jukebox, it looked like. Then it was this unique standing over somebody. No, that's not unique. Who is that? It looks like a white hand.
Hmm.
Who is that? That's who we need to see who
Yeah,
is.
that's
Who is
probably a new character that they're gonna probably bring in here. It could be one of the Italians, and then they show this dude when he says, "You better thank your lucky stars that you got a mother that loves you." So he probably stole from Stefano,
yeah.
and the mama probably saved him. That's why he said, "You better thank your lucky stars that you have a mother that loves you, kid," because he was gonna probably do this dude in. Because he probably did so. He probably stole from Stefano, stole some money from him, and Rock probably covered for him.
That looked like Marvin's hands right there.
Yeah, that bracelet.
Yeah.
Um, that may be Marvin. What it looks like is a gun, right? He pulled a gun on somebody.
It's a gun. He's spinning
Yeah, and I
the
see.
thing.
Okay, he spent it. So let us know down in the comments what you think, what you saw, and what you saw by watching that reaction video, and something that we missed. Let us know down in the comments
Yep.
which way you think this season's gonna go, who you think is gonna die, just from just judging from the trailer, from what you saw in the trailer. If we missed something, let us know down in the comments. So
Yeah.
we thank y'all for joining us. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know in the comments, man, what you saw and what you thought about the trailer, man.
Most definitely. We'll get at y'all next time. Clark Brothers signing out. Peace.
Peace.